how we mod it out and make it the most capable off-roading rig for us that still gets decent gas mileage. We got another beautiful day out here way up high in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. And we're gonna take a closer look at Goldlander here. This 22 Tacoma TRD off-road. This is the 4x4 axis cab long bed in Lunar rock. Here we have the truck parked on fairly level ground. This Lunar rock is an amazing color. It looks different in all different kinds of light. You can see here we're in the shade. In the shade it kind of looks more bluish gray. And then wrapping around to the sun, now it turns more green colored. We got the non-LED headlights, the standard grille, but it looks good. Got the fog lights, shade again, and the color pops back out. The main thing we're going to be looking at today is the off-road ability of this here vehicle. We're going to check out ground clearances, see how it does off-road, measure some things, and try to figure out what we're going to have to do to this vehicle to make it super bad and the ultimate off-roader for our gold hunting adventures. In the shade, the mirror reflectiveness of this paint job is beautiful. Look at me right there. There's the camera. Hey guys, all the way down. Wow, look at that. Interestingly enough, it doesn't do it in direct sunlight. If you want to get that mirror effect for some wild photography, you got to get in the shade. This truck comes equipped with Goodyear Wrangler Territory AT tires. Supposedly they got a Kevlar sidewall. We got some side biters, a little bit of tread. It's a good looking all around highway AT tire. If you spend a lot of time on pavement, you don't have a lot of snow, this tire is going to be great for you. Get a little bit more ground clearance from tires and from a lift. Let's take a quick look at the all-important angles here. Let's look under the vehicle. That's how much space we got under the truck. It doesn't look like much from there to there. The front skid plate is an area of concern. We'll be able to raise that up with the suspension lift and with oversized tires as well. Coming around to the side of the vehicle, our clearance down here is a little bit better. However, this frame cross member sticks down. That's a low point. And over here, this is actually disappointing to see. The muffler is bent and squished down here, and that's probably the lowest point on our frame and one of the easier things to break as well. This is hanging pretty low also. Fortunately, the gas tank's tucked up here pretty far. It's got a thin plastic skid plate coming on back. Our next lowest point is a rear differential. The only way to raise this is by adding bigger tires. For those of you who haven't seen, the access cab has an opening side suicide door back here. As you can see, I'm already loaded up. Coming around to the back of the vehicle, tailgate is a nice slow drop down. Bam! With that, however, it's also a little tough to push up. It's a slow up. At the back, we're equipped with a tow package, 6,600 pounds of towing capacity rated, and the rear diff, we need to raise that up. We're going to be adding roughly a 2-inch lift to the front, a 1.5-inch add leaf in the rear. I'm probably going to keep the overload springs in, lifting it to 2 inches, and one size larger tires. Okay, we'll start in the front here. We're gonna line that up to center, right about there, and go straight up. We're right at 20.5 inches. For you metric guys or Europeans, we'll switch this over into centimeters. We're at 52 1/4 centimeters. From the ground, centered, to the top of the wheel well, we're just under 35 inches. Flipped, we're looking at 88 3/4 centimeters. Driver rear tire, boom, 22.5 centimeters, 57.5. For the back, we're maxed out. We gotta bust out the tape measure. 37 1/4, 37 1/8 on this side. Let's take a look at the passenger front. Ground up, we're at 35 1/4. In centimeters, we're 89.5. From the center of the hub, 20 3/4 inches. 53¼ centimeters. Let's check out the usable size of the bed here. It's quoted at 6.1 feet. Let's see what we got. We're gonna have to go on top because that will be the usable space here down the higher rib. So we got to go from here, make sure that's lined up all the way down to here to the back of the tailgate. We're at 73½ inches, which is great. That's 6 foot 1½ inches. Let's see if it changes with the tailgate closed. And it looks like with the tailgate closed, we lose at most 1/8 of an inch. Okay guys, this is the all-important rear differential measurement. We're gonna go from the bottom to the main housing where I can see it centered. We're at 9½ inches. Straight vertical, we're at 9½ inches. Lower side of the rear diff. While we're under here, let's take a little bit closer look at everything else. Everything's nice and clean. This muffler, they bent the muffler this drastically all the way up there to make clearance, but they couldn't do anything about the low-hanging fruit, the muffler bend right there. Bilstein shocks soon to go. And on the underside, our spare tire is a full-size stock Goodyear Wrangler. We're thinking about blacking these out. Okay guys, I almost forgot the skid plate measurement. It's from the ground to this area here. We're at 9¾ inches. Kind of looks like this back panel's even lower. Let's see what that is. We're at 9½ inches. So I guess those stock measurements they supply us with are right. They're not lying to us. The ground clearance for this here vehicle is 9½ inches. These are the before measurements. We'll show you the after. Be sure to subscribe to see it. How we mod it out and make it the most capable off-roading rig for us that still gets decent gas mileage. That's actually a tiny bit more than stated in the manuals. And this discrepancy could be due to me being at 10,200 feet in elevation. The air's gonna be puffed up more. To be honest, I haven't even checked them yet. This thing's brand spanking new.